Hi, I'm Brandon Roulette with Carbice. Today we're going to be installing the Carbice Ice Pad on AMD CPU. But this isn't just any CPU. We're excited to announce our partnership with AMD, and this CPU is the Ryzen 7 5800X3D, which is being re-released for the 10-year anniversary of the AM4 platform. This is the Carbice Ice Pad. It's engineered to give you reliable and consistent gaming performance for the lifetime of your system. This is our AM5 and AM4 socket compatible product. Here are all the tools you need to install Carbice Ice Pad, whether you're doing a new fresh installation or you're replacing an old CPU. Phillips head screwdriver, some gloves, your CPU, some isopropyl alcohol. We use this to get rid of some of the old thermal paste residue, some cleaning wipes, or some of these cleaning wipes that come from our friends at Noctua. First, you're going to want to make sure that your computer is powered down fully, and then you're going to start removing your cooler. I'm going to remove the pump, auxiliary power, take my Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to remove the cooler by loosening the screws in an X pattern. And then I'm going to hand loosen the screws and remove them from the cooler. And then you're going to want to take your cooler, move it off to the side. So this is a perfect example of why we have designed and developed the Carbice Ice Pad. As you can see here, there's a lot of thermal paste. And so whether you're a PC enthusiast, you build lots of computers, or you're brand new or DIYing your first build, you always have this installation anxiety, kind of how much should I apply? You'll see instruction guides saying apply an X pattern or a dot. And so there's really no standardization for us at home when we're building a computer. And so when you end up with lots of thermal paste like this, you can see that it oftentimes will pump out or roll out to the edge of the CPU. So I have a lot of cleanup to do. I'm going to get my cleaning wipe, apply some alcohol. I'm going to try to catch that thermal paste around the edges so I don't get it on the board. And you can see the thermal paste, excess thermal paste there. I'm going to clean my CPU. Sometimes when you run your computer for thousands of cycles, you'll actually end up with thermal paste that's bonded to your heatsink, and it's much more difficult to remove. Luckily, we've only been running this in the lab for a couple of days. And there you've got that. So now, got to get this thermal paste off of the heatsink as well. This server is a little bit more rough, so you can see that the thermal paste doesn't really want to come off as easily. Okay. So first, you're going to unlatch the chip, bring the latch up. You'll hear a little click. Then remove your chip very carefully. There's some pins on the bottom. You want to make sure you don't break or injure those pins. So here's AMD's Ryzen 7 5800X3D chip on the AM4 platform. You'll see that there's a little arrow right there. You're going to want to line that up with the arrow on the socket. Make sure your latch is up. Gently place it until you feel the pins fall into place. And once it's seated in there, close the latch and your CPU is in the socket. So right here I have the Carbice Ice Pad, which is a thermal interface material that provides reliable and consistent gaming performance for the life of your system. Without the mess, it's hassle-free, and anyone can do it. It's got a peel and stick technology that allows anybody to place it right on the CPU and start running their PC right away. Firmly press. When you go to bolt your heatsink back on, you want to make sure you also install the screws in a X pattern to give yourself even pressure across the interface. Follow your heatsink manufacturer's installation instructions. That is the mess-free, clean solution. And once it's in your interface, you never have to reinstall or repaste again. Your computer should perform consistently for as long as you own it. If you receive your Carbice Ice Pad and you notice a little bit of excess wax, that's totally normal. The wax is here just to make it simple to install the Carbice Ice Pad by sticking to the CPU. What we recommend is if you're having trouble peeling back the protective liner, you can't seem to get it because the wax might have stuck together, you can always take some scissors. Be careful not to cut the part, but if you cut one corner, it'll separate the liners and make it very easy for you to peel. And because this part has a little excess wax, there's plenty of the wax on the part to make installation simple. And that's how you install the Carbice Ice Pad.